I greet you in Jesus' precious name. It is the 1st of November today. It is Tuesday morning, the year 2022, and this is your friend, Angus Buchan, with a thought for the day. We start with the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God to salvation for everyone who believes, for the Jew first and also for the Greek. Not ashamed of the gospel. You know, as a new believer, I was thrown into the deep end, literally. They said to me, tell the first 3 people that you meet tomorrow morning that you have become a Christian, a follower of Jesus Christ. That was not easy, let me tell you. I was in the pub with the boys on Saturday night, on my knees at the altar on Sunday morning, and then Monday morning I had to go out and tell the first 3 people I met. I will never forget that day as long as I live. But you know what it did? It cemented my faith. Matthew chapter 12 and verse 30, Jesus says, he who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters abroad. There is no neutral ground in the kingdom of God. And I can hear some of you saying, but you know, if I did that, I'd probably lose some of my worldly friends. Don't worry. You won't have to lose them. They will lose you. It is sad, but it is true. We cannot serve 2 masters. I was invited to speak at a very big banquet in Jerusalem, in Israel, to a group, and many in that group were Orthodox Jews. They are still waiting for the Messiah to come. Before I arrived at the meeting, I was given a long list of things that I was not allowed to speak about with regard to Jesus Christ as being King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You see, the Jews have been persecuted by so-called Christians for centuries. Adolf Hitler himself professed to be a Christian. So they said, be very sensitive and do not speak about Jesus. Well, folks, for me, that is impossible. And when I stood up, I looked out and I even saw the former mayor of Jerusalem present. I stood on that podium, I looked out at that huge crowd, and my heart broke for those precious souls whom Jesus loved so much. And I could not help myself. I started off by saying, my best friend is a Jew. His name is Jesus Christ, and he died for each one of you and me. And after that, when I'd finished speaking to them in love and making no apologies, I got a standing ovation. And as I was walking off the podium, this huge man, a redhead, the former mayor of Jerusalem, came forward and he grabbed me and he squeezed me and he said, tonight I was deeply touched. You see, it's the love of Christ in us for people that gives us the courage to speak out. Go out today, I challenge you, and tell 3 people that you're a follower of Christ. God bless you and goodbye.